Hello and welcome to the RD2L Masters Season 1. We are here in the matchup between Stormforce 5 versus Hellraisins in the group stage still, of course, of the Premier Division.
Pick. Yeah. Sorry.
He just wants to predict it all before I can even say who he is. Who was that? It is Brightside. Hello there.
Hello.
It's almost like contain yourself.
I couldn't hold it in.
Yeah.
What can I say?
You already read their minds. So why did you think Lifestealer?
Well, Hellraisins, whenever they had first pick, if they ban the Slardar hero, there's a very good chance that they're picking a Lifestealer because they consider that to be the only good matchup, I guess, or unplayable matchup, supposedly. And they warrant that they feel the hero is strong enough to first pick. So here we are.
Here we are with the first pick, Lifestealer. What makes that hero so strong at the moment?
It's generally the fact that he is next to impossible to push out a lane. When most of like the meta heroes outside of Slardar, which we see banned, don't threaten Lifestealer. He kind of just exists in his lane without being pressured, and it frees up a lot of map for the rest of his team. His 5 doesn't really need to be with him. It's like a similar impact to like Timbersaw, where Timber effectively can solo a lane at a certain point, and it frees up the 4 to make moves around the map.
10 seconds.
So the Omni Knight comes out. Very, very good hero right now. Curious which carry they're going to pair with it. I think PA seems pretty nice here.
There's also still the Sven available. Is Sven not as good against Lifestealer?
I don't like... Sven's okay versus Lifestealer, but I don't know if they necessarily want to give the Rubik the steal. The Stormbolt steal. It's just really, really obnoxious to play against.
Yeah, they're gonna go with the PA.
Yeah, the PA is really nice because you don't give Rubik any good steals, and you also threaten Rubik. So if they pick any sort of hero that can rotate, or even if the Omni is just beating up the Rubik on the side, the PA can always be that +1.
Yeah. Quickly hop over with that Blink Strike and help on that kill, and then go back to farming.
Yeah, absolutely. We see the Timber Band to protect the Lifestealer. That's like the other counter, generally.
Why did you think they went for the Rubik after they saw the Omni Knight? I mean, like, Omni Knight has good spells to steal, but...
Yeah, I mean, Omni has like some of the best steals for Rubik. If you steal Divine Favor, it's
Heavenly
insane.
Grace.
Or whatever the hell it's called. Divine Favor is a Chen spell, yeah. If he still has Heavenly Grace and you can give it to his Lifestealer, the GA looks really good versus PA even now.
Oh yeah.
A lot of nice steals, as well as it's an extreme comfort hero for Eyeshadow. Is they ban out a interesting. They ban out the Mirana, and then Stormforce 5 immediately bans the Ench as a response. So yeah. pretty standard, I'd say so far. Doom ban is odd.
Yeah, like usually we see Rubik as a counter against the Doom, but it is actually Hellraisins who are banning that hero out. They're also gonna, now Stormforce 5 are gonna ban out the hero who has Divine Favor, Chen.
That was me predicting they're gonna ban Chen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously.
10 seconds.
So, they ban out these heroes that HK really likes to play with this team. He generally plays Ench or Chen, or like Nature's Prophet, and just when they have an independent carry like Lifestealer, he just plays really greedy. And he just plays like a 4 almost.
Now we're gonna see the Tusk here for Stormforce 5.
Okay. Already a kind of hard Tusk game. You don't threaten Lifestealer particularly hard,
10 seconds remain.
so you can always rage and just block all of the tag team damage.
5 seconds
Oh yeah, right,
remain.
it's magical, so... In terms of position 5s here for Hellraisins, like you mentioned, the Eng, the Chen both banned out. Are there any others that stand out to you?
Yeah, Undying looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Undying looks really good. You could pick a slightly more gank heavy 5. Undying is more of a lane dominator, and you don't necessarily need that this game. You could pick more of like a 5 clock or something. It's not a great clock game, but something that can move around the map and help secure other lanes after Lifestealer is good.
Something that I would like for Hellraisins from their 5 is a little bit more lockdown. Because currently it is just Rubik Lift.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I was gonna say like something like Jakiro, but Omni is really good versus Jakiro.
Maybe... feels like a little bit of a weird Venge game. But, I don't know.
Or maybe something like an Oracle or like a Shadow Demon could also be good, like a reliable Purge
yeah.
for the Guardian Angel. This is, I mean, you can see that they're in a weird spot right now in Hellraisins, because this Lifestealer isn't gonna be threatened by the 3 heroes that have been picked right now. Oh, and they just
They're just gonna go with an axe.
We got axe picked against my team when we ran Omni Spect. I think we picked Omni and then they picked axe,
10 seconds.
knowing we were gonna pick something like a PA. And I've seen teams do it because the call is unpurgeable. So you can't Heavenly Grace off call. The only issue is that the Omni Sustain kind of screws with Axe in the early game. I don't think he has as good of a lane as people think. It also this is also just like a free target for Tusk to run to and kill. So while he can't pressure Lifestealer, he can pressure Axe.
Yeah, like right now I feel like, even though we don't know the position 5 yet, like this Tusk, I feel like he would be much more successful if he tries to make rotations towards the Axe Rubik lane instead of the Lifestealer.
Want him to pick something that can solo lane versus Lifestealer. That seems pretty fitting.
Also a little bit more lockdown for Radiant with that.
Yeah, it's you can see they're trying to play this like kind of high tempo kind of game. Tusk Beastmaster, very powerful lane.
5 seconds.
Only issue is now they've blind picked Beastmaster with counter pick available for the 5. So we could see, I mean, Witch Doctor's in the pool, which would be really good versus the Beastmaster. You could also just pick another lane shover like Wyvern or Jakiro. All of these heroes seem pretty nice this game so far.
And Hellraisins, they don't have a lot of time. They're down to 1-2 seconds of reserve time. There's gonna be a Pugna.
Okay. So they didn't pick their 5. They opted to pick their mid. It's a very nice Pugna game so far.
It is Radiant spam.
You look at
Decrepify is insane.
Yeah, you look at how they kill heroes right now on the Radiant. It's 100% right clicks pretty much. So the decrep will be extremely valuable in this game.
For Stormforce 5, they're still looking for a mid hero. What are they looking for? I feel like they have good push with the Beastmaster. They have a PA, which is the carry. What do you want from your mid?
10 seconds
Any mobile magic damage dealer. So they banned the Ember Spirit on Hellraisins. Void Spirit still in the pool. Void and Storm Spirit both in the pool actually, so they both could be viable. The only issue right now is
10 seconds.
the hero they're gonna last pick doesn't address the lifestealer issue they might have still. Like this was a first overall lifestealer, and I feel like there's not a lot of damage that threatens him right now.
Like there's the roar that goes through BKB, which is nice, but unless this PA is very farmed and just gets the crits, how is this lifestealer going to die? Especially with the backup of a Pugna and an axe.
10 seconds.
The counter initiation is going to be really strong.
5 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Season 5, there's the Wyvern.
There's a Winter Wyvern for Hellraisins.
Yeah, it also makes sense because it's a hero that doesn't die to shards. If you have your Arctic burn up, you just kind of just fly on over.
Don't mind if I do. Bye.
Don't mind if I do. They're kind of doubling down on the physical damage mitigation. So any heavy magic dealer, yes, there we go.
Make the ultimate choice.
So both, yeah, when you look at the dire heroes, they feel like they address the lifestealer enough with PA Beastmaster and Tusk. Like two BKB piercing lockdown spells. Well, three that go through because you can blink strike him as well.
Oh yeah.
And PA is generally a pretty good matchup, as well as GA to counter lifestealer. So this last pick, Batrider, was meant to counter the other 4 heroes essentially. As both Pugna and Wyvern are meant in this game to prevent physical damage, but Batrider's just gonna, he's all magic. He's just gonna run on top of these squishy int heroes and burn them.
Also, I'm gonna wonder, like, Lifestealer is not usually a carry that is like a high damage carry. He's more of those like sustain carry. He just survives with his feast long enough to kill everybody, but there's not a lot of damage, it looks like to me, coming from Hellraisins.
Yeah, it's kind of just Pugna. And the issue is that Pugna is very susceptible to to punch, to roar, to PA crit to the face. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like the Pugna damage will be vastly offset by this Omni Knight right now.
Yeah, and even if he tries to go for the Decrepify on any target, like you mentioned, the Heavenly Grace will be there to negate that. We are here now in game number 1 between Stormforce 5 on the Radiant side versus Hellraisins. This is of course a best of 2, so nobody eliminated quite yet. We're still in the group stage. And
This is the first week of group stages.
you know, I like eliminating teams, okay? Okay? It's nice. It's nice to be like, okay, you're out.
You're just mean.
On the Radiant side for Stormforce 5, on the position 4, we have Garda on the Tusk, Reaper on the Beastmaster. Going mid will be Rice Boy on the Batrider, and into the safe lane it will be Double King on the PA versus Nier as the Omni Knight. Who are they going up against, Brightside?
So, on the side of Hellraisins, in the top lane we have Matsuri on the Pos 1 Lifestealer. He will be with HK on the Winter Wyvern. Going mid will be Wage, MW.Wage.Maximum Wage on the Pugna. And going bottom, we will have Ice Shadow on his signature Rubik with Captain Coco on the Axe.
Oh,
Nier's trying to make a cheeky play here. Oh, he got it. Oh, no, he didn't.
No, too slow fingers. His ping wasn't high enough.
It's the boomer fingers. He's a bit of a boomer.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do? Alright, so you can see the pressure that they're gonna look to put on top already. Garda with these boots. HK is always gonna be in danger in this lane. It's not a fun lane to be playing Wyvern. You get caught by 1 or 2 of these slows and you're just dead.
Yeah, we have a little bit of Discord issue. Let's hope there's no Discord between them.
Holy shit, that was bad.
But it was smooth. So we also eyeshadow. He is actually master tier. What is it up with all these master tier Rubik players? He also has all of the Arcana progression.
It's like the most popular support in Dota. What do you mean?
That's fair.
If you
what
picked
about Pudge? What about Pudge?
Pudge is also up there, but I actually think there's probably more people that enjoy playing Rubik than enjoy playing Pudge.
Yeah, that's most likely fair.
You start to get into the psychos that only play Pudge, and those people are really scary. Like, those people are psychos. Don't go near them.
They also, well, they have a very sad patch right now. Pudge
is a non-existent hero, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's very, very bad.
Yeah.
Still, I'm very happy about that. I hate Pudge. It's my most hated hero. We're going back here.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this mid lane matchup winds up working out. I think if Batrider is able to have a good game, he could easily snowball the side lanes.
Did you see the skill build of this Pugna? He went level 1 Nether Ward.
Okay.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
I mean, it has like 100% uptime, I'm pretty sure. It's actually probably pretty annoying for Batrider. So, all these lanes, I wouldn't expect too much action to go in these lanes outside of maybe the Wyvern getting caught top or something.
Yeah. Oh, that was just 2 denies in a row there from Reaper. One of them being a range creep, very nice there. I'm a little bit surprised Wage didn't start out with a stick.
He's got a fly knot right now, though.
Oh, okay.
Won't be too much lost out of it. Bottom lane, a lot of harass on near here. Gets fade bolted with the Battle Hunger. That is the downside, right? The Heavenly Grace has a 26-second CD to the Axe is 20. So even if you immediately purge it, there's still this downtime. But he does have the salve, so he's not too worried about it.
Yeah, and he's just gonna go back in and hit onto this axe.
And
Double
you can see DK's having a really great time down here so far.
And Near, he's a madman. He's just running at them.
Well, it's the reason this 5 Omni is really obnoxious to play against is because he's spammed by his mana regen, and it allows him to stay in lane because of his WQ spam. So you don't have to buy. Most supports feel weird because you have to buy both. You have to buy mana and health regen. But Omni can essentially exist just solely off of having mana. So you can see they're doing aggro here onto Captain Coco.
Oh, they are gonna go on bottom here. Near getting a little bit low. Double King. He's gonna put out the dagger, and nobody died quite yet. No first blood. Oh, Near getting run at.
Near's dead.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fate bolt. He has a fairy fire.
Oh,
he has a purification.
He's fine.
He wants to even
save,
gives the Heavenly Grace to Double King. Now that.
Well, yeah, he was gonna throw all his spells and then run boost. That's exactly what he's doing. So.
And he's not even going alone. He has a little courier of Double King with him.
Yeah, he got a friend with him.
Isn't that nice?
How nice. Top lane. Okay, Guard is just preventing some pulls here. This is really annoying to play against as a 5. When the lane is in this position for the Radiant, and your 5 isn't able to contest. Therefore, I guess HK actually somehow got the pull, a half pull here, so that's really good for them.
As is gonna keep the creep equilibrium more in favor of them. Garda looking for the 4-minute rune, but is now already. He's just walking back and forth, not quite knowing where he wants to go.
He's just waiting to show on these mid waves.
Oh, Captain Coco is going on the tower here. But of course, now he has a Ring of Health and a Ring of Regen. It's getting a little bit low, but Near not gonna have enough damage to bring him down.
Riceboy is actually not having a fun time mid right now. He is pretty significantly behind in CS.
Yeah.
It is 6, but it's also been supplemented by at least one small camp full, so it's a little deceiving. The both of these mids appear to be just playing a farm game, so not much actually going to be going on there. All 3 side lanes for Hellraisins going very well so far.
Yeah, like we said, like a very passive game right now, and with that passive game, a 1,000 net worth lead has come in 4.5 minutes for the Dire. As you take a quick look at the net worth here, we see that, yeah, that is 500 is just from the Pugna versus the Batrider.
Say that one more time, I got distracted.
The net worth discrepancy of like 1,500 is between the Pugna versus Batrider.
Yeah, like I said, the CS is pretty deceiving because Rice Boy has farmed some small camps and whatnot. So while it looks like it's kind of close, but in reality, it's not. So, unfortunate. Bottom lane, Captain Coco taking a lot of damage here. He's gonna be fine. He's got a...
oh, they might jump here. Double King has to jump if he wants to go for it. Does not want to give up his creeps.
There is a salve on Ice Shadow, so Captain Coco is waiting for that. I think.
Oh, he has
his
own salve.
Yeah, he's got a lot of regen. You look at his build. He's got the bonus armor from the Rop, and then double rings of ring of regen and ring of health with a wand from the PA dagger
up
spam.
top here, Garda is getting gone on by Masuri, and Humble Korean here gets a nice ice shard, and with that, it's gonna be able to survive. Whew. If Garda doesn't get those ice shards, he's dead.
Those were pretty.
That was very, very pretty.
Yeah, those are very pretty. Agreed. But there's a lot. This top lane. It feels like this Beastmaster needs to pressure Lifestealer out of lane really soon. Because if they don't, they're going to be in a position where all 3 of their lanes are going to be being pressured in. As bottom Axe is playing really aggro.
Mid. There's going to be the lasso onto the Pugna here, dragging him on the tower with the TP from Garda. They have the tag team, and wait, he has overstayed. He's going to get the life drain off, will still fall. First blood is going to go into the hands of the Tusk. At the same time, down bottom, they get the kill onto the Omni Knight. Double King throws out the dagger, but cannot jump towards the Axe.
That was first blood, by the way. We're 6 minutes in.
Yeah.
Very wild game we've got here. DK does have a salve and a ring of health, so he's not too upset with being low. He's got a 9 wand as well. They didn't trade supports. It was just a near that died, right? So
yes.
Still a good trade for Hellraisins. But the fact that PA hasn't died, right? We said the Axe was their counter pick, right? They were like, yeah, this is gonna be a great lane. Axe is really farmed, but they haven't killed the PA.
Oh, Double King is going to try to go onto Ice Shadow here. There's going to be the Heavenly Grace going to come out, and the Purification near. Still going to be able to survive. It's going to get into the trees, and now Double King is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. One more spin is going to do it. Cannot get it.
It's really hard for this bottom lane to be aggressive at this point because they both have sticks and wands. And they're just like they're full HP, full mana.
Coco is coming in higher now. There's gonna be the Bloodlust onto the Omni Knight.
Bloodlust.
Oh, Battle Hunger. Okay, we both got it out of our system, having one wrong spell.
Bloodlust. Mid.
Oh,
Garda TP's in.
Wage is gonna get ice sharded here, but Garda needs to be careful. Wage is just gonna turn it around.
Jesus.
And it's just gonna start to suck this Tusk
They took
off.
the tower already, and you can see the net worth. 2k net worth lead at 8 minutes already for Hellraisins. Their lane's looking really, really good as this Pugna pick. It's looking pretty ownish so far. And he gets a regen rune. He is a happy camper right now.
Very, very nice for him. Oh, up top here, they're trying to go on to Reaper with the open wounds. And Beastmaster, he has overstayed his welcome and is going to fall. Humble Korean with the kill for him. The summons are doing a good bit of damage back, but not going to be enough to take
He
the
naked rushed the
Wavering
Necro
Knight.
Book and died before he got roared to try and kill somebody with it. That is very feels bad, man.
Oh no, the courier
Curry.
dies to the Necronomicons.
Now,
As
I'm
down
fully expecting
bottom, they get the Rubik.
Pugna though to just impose his presence here on this bottom lane as he comes waddling in.
Oh, that's gonna be the taunt onto this Omni Knight. Now the rotation from Riceboy as well as Wage here. The dodge of the Nether Blast with the Snowball
he's in trouble.
and the Tusk. Close there, the Flame Break. They have Lasso up if you can get in range. There's gonna be the Lasso. Do they have enough damage here? Double King is further away. There, Wage is just gonna start sucking off this Tusk once again. And Double King is just gonna back off
that
now.
looked like a miscommunication. Double King was like farming,
Yeah.
and they were gonna go for the lasso onto the Pugna, and instead they kind of just waste it. And so they don't get the Pugna kill, and now him just being here forces PA out of lane. We saw it yesterday in our game as well, where it was Aaron on the Pugna, right, for the Burnsiders, and he just walked to the Spectre's lane. Very similar thing here, except the Pugna's actually
Oh, the
even
up
more
top,
farm.
there's gonna be the roar onto HK, and HK is gonna fall. Nier takes that kill with the purification, just looking to purify that Winter Wyvern.
Okay, interesting. So Matsuri TP'd mid actually, and they tried to leave top to the Wyvern, but he just gets found with the Hawk Vision. So that'll be. I wonder if he's gonna TP back up here. It should be a top tower, but he might TP here on Wyvern and look to keep defending this.
I mean, they could defend, like they
Oh,
already
never
taken
mind,
the
never
tier
mind.
1 bottom.
His TP's on CD. I lied.
Oh yeah, he tried to TP out. Never mind.
Yeah.
And then got roared.
So, but yeah, look at what Hellraisins is doing. They're effectively herding Stormforce 5 into this top quarter of the map, top third of the map. And
I
it's
like this
they're
part.
in a really weird spot. Like Wage is gonna start chipping at bottom here on the Pugna. He's having a great time. He feels free to pretty much make any move on the map. Ice Shadow.
Ice Shadow has been found. Gets a sticky napalm.
Okay. It's really important that Stormforce 5 protect their triangle and this upper jungle. Because otherwise there's going to be no map space for them with how much Hellraisins is getting out of the map right now.
Garda might be looking for Humble Korean once again. They get the vision with the Hawk. Can they see the Winter Wyvern?
They saw him for a second. They know he's back
He's
here.
gonna Arctic burn
All
back
right.
into the
I
base.
actually really like this play. They're just going to look to keep going. They know that they have the vision advantage, so they should see anybody that comes. But they just popped the bluff. So
With the glyph, the catapult is dead. Oh, the snowball in from Garda.
they have curse, but they don't want to curse the Heavenly Grace target.
Yeah.
He wants it so bad. Run!
He's so slow with the sticky. In mid, Masuri might get gone on by Garda and Nier, but he's just turning it around. He's like, okay, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, so the thing is that if the Matsuri gets off the rage, nope, he doesn't die right now.
Yeah.
He's got 16 armor. He's got the armlet done. On top of that, he's got Decrypt to back him up, so. Yeah, this Batrider pick is really, really cool for, like, you know, punishing the other heroes, but when it comes to killing the Lifestealer, it's not very effective.
Yeah.
Unless they get him, like, super isolated with the lasso. Top lane, though, HK...
Oh, Winter Wyvern has been found once again and been brought down.
That's really nice for Rice Boy's game. He is level 9, or he's level 10 now on this. He's actually a higher level than the Pugna.
Huh.
Off of these kills. He's 202. Decent amount of CS, but it's the kills that he's been in that have been the real breakers. But now there's a smoke.
Oh, Nier is gonna get gone on by Masuri and Wage, but Rice Boy has arrived. They're gonna go with the snowball straight onto this Pugna, and the roar gonna be committed. The infest is not gonna be enough to keep the Pugna alive. Masuri now, he is pretty alone here, and he is dead.
Wow, it was fantastic map movement from from Stormforce 5. I think not near. I think Rice Boy was probably the one that called it. He kills the Wyvern top. He knows Axis top here as well, and he can't get to where they are bottom. And so they're smoking 3 heroes bottom. They TP 2 heroes with Omni already here, and they just sandwich them in. That was textbook.
Yeah.
Lifestealer will die when there are 4 heroes surrounding him with Beastmaster, Aura, and no rage. Let's point that out.
Yeah, and like that was the 2 biggest kills on the map that Radiant could get, and they were able to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at this Batrider and how we talked about he's going to dictate the tempo of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can really feel his map presence starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Especially as he's going to get this blink really soon. And
He's
all
gonna-
of this is space for the Phantom Assassin, who has not participated at all.
And it's gonna go for the Battle Fury build, so just looking to farm out more. And with the Battle Fury, it is gonna be hard for the Lifestealer to keep up in farm with the PA.
Yeah, absolutely. With how... Oh my god, Wage is dead. What is he doing down here?
Oh no.
What,
Wage.
What in the world?
Wage. It's gonna get roared. And he dead.
This is the problem with how Hellraisins is playing the map. Because now that Radiant actually have some items, has some levels, the Pugna can die if he doesn't have protection. And his protection is pretty much exclusively this Wyvern. So HK being top kind of is, I'm not sure if it's a miscommunication or if they weren't expecting to die bottom, but
Oh, they're gonna go for the Winter's Curse onto the Batrider. Firefly is gonna run out very soon. The lift up, now the call, and they're gonna go
Like no
straight for
damage.
Rice Boy, but they don't have the damage. The Flame Break, the Culling Blade will not be enough, and Rice Boy.
yeah, remember when you said Dire has no damage? I remember when you said that.
I didn't expect to be that correct. Garda
Punch.
just jumping onto Missouri here.
Some spells. There's a Wyvern here. Although, well, they probably don't know he doesn't have Cold Embrace skilled, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So if something were to happen, he actually wouldn't be able to help his team right now.
Oh, Rubik gets the Heavenly Grace.
It's actually such a good steal. If you look at this game,
Oh, down bottom Wage
Lasso.
falls once again.
yeah. So the biggest thing that I like about this bat right now is because it gives them 2 heroes that like to start fights onto the Pugna. So it's not just limited to only the Batrider or only the Beastmaster. So either of them can initiate and threaten Wage in this game.
And now
Is,
we also have Necro 3 for the Beastmaster.
Ooh, that'll be really nice as well. If he ever tries to defensively decrep an ally or himself, the Purge will come out. And right now we're seeing the real crux, right? This Rubik Axe had a pretty decent lane, but they
Garda is gonna get Fate Bolted and gonna be brought down.
but yeah, they're really lacking in the damage department. It's they don't have heroes to make plays. Captain Coco went for this Phase Vanguard on Axe, so he doesn't have a blink. So they kind of just have to like walk at heroes and hope that they die. Reaper,
Might get gone on here. The smoke from from Hellraisins here with 3 of their heroes. Reaper, he is in the trees now. The smoke is gonna break. They ping him out exactly where he is to say, "Hello there!" And yeah, he accepts his fate. Just gonna taunt.
free kill. That was a pretty important move because it feels like Radiant is controlling the entire map.
Yeah, and it really felt like the past, I would say, like 7-8 minutes, everything was just Stormforce 5. With that Hellraisins, they get some like just motivational upswing, I would say.
More importantly, they get some map control back because Wage is going to push out this bottom lane. they can now run towards mid and push this out, so they can look to start controlling this bottom jungle again.
What we haven't really seen yet is like any kind of team fight. Like,
Well, that's because there's now the team that wants to be aggressive is Hellraisins, and they just got this blink done on Axe, and we see them
Oh.
immediately smoke.
they're gonna go for top here. Double King. Is he gonna be aware of it? He doesn't have blur for 40 more seconds. Reaper is gonna get called out with the blink dagger, and he is gonna fall.
Yeah, but the reason we don't see a lot of team fights either is because this.
Oh, the curse onto the PA here. Now the call follow-up connecting onto the Heavenly Grace coming out onto the PA. But where is the damage coming from the Dire? They are not bringing anybody down. Now the lasso coming into this Axe here. Axe is gonna get infested in. They will lose the Bat Rider here. Now the call connects onto the PA. Captain Coco getting low. Gets the Culling Blade off onto
my
the
gosh.
PA. And this is a disaster of a fight for Stormforce 5 near. It's gonna get rooted up. Can just Heavenly Grace himself and try to graciously walk away. But, oh, the Culling Blade missing. But Matsuri, he doesn't miss with his claws. Rips the Holy Knight apart and says, "Where's your god now?" That's right, I hold your head in my hands.
That was just beautifully done. It seemed like Radiant was actually going to be able to fight that, but PA isn't ready to fight yet. And Riceboy jumped in on the Bat Rider and immediately died to the Pugna. So they kind of lost their biggest damage dealer in the Bat Rider at the very start. Well, at the start of their reinitiation.
Yeah.
And
I feel like there were like 3 initiations in that fight. Like one where they just caught out the Beastmaster. Then the second one, the curse, that I felt like wasn't going as well for Hellraisins. But then Stormforce 5 tried to go back in, and that is where I felt it went totally wrong for him.
Yeah, the curse more than anything forced Stormforce 5 to make an awkward decision where they either had to just try and back up after getting cursed and risk everybody just kind of getting caught and dying picked apart, or fight under their tower with their Omni Knight, try to stand their ground. We could see that the latter did not work.
Yeah.
I was actually going to point out before, you said there didn't seem like there was a lot of team fights. Part of that was because there was no Axe Blink. But the other was that the Radiant lineup doesn't team fight well. It's a lot of pick-off based abilities with the Roar and the Lasso.
Yeah.
They're very much all about finding a kill and then fighting off of a numbers advantage. Oh, nice blink away. There is a blink on Tusk, by the way, so they have a... Yeah, he's got a save available for this.
And they are gonna jump onto this Winter Viper here. Nice counter initiation, guide Captain Coco. Now the Guardian Angel is gonna come out. HK is going to fall. The snowball forward going directly for the Pugna. The stolen Guardian Angel from the Rubik is gonna keep the Dire alive to kill the PA and the Omni Knight. And now Reaper, he needs to be careful. He's gonna be decrepified. Can only throw out axes. Now the Winter's Curse onto the Bat Rider. That's a buyback from the Winter Wyvern, but they get another kill for it.
Alright, I'm gonna do something, alright? And it's gonna blow your mind, alright? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. What item is this?
A Battle Fury.
Okay. What do you buy Battle Fury to do?
Fighting. No. It's another word with F. Farming.
There we go, we got it.
I got there.
You buy Battle Fury to farm. Like, the whole reason you do it is so you can get to your second and third item at a quick rate. Your Deso, your BKB, your Basher, whatever. You can see him, he's just not ready to fight on the PA. And the start of the fight went really well. You know, they blow up a target or two. But after the initial chaos, you know, Pugna's still throwing spells, Rubik's still throwing spells, this Lifestealer's still alive. The PA is like, oh, we don't have any damage after our initial set of spells. And he kind of just gets isolated, he gets killed.
And also the stolen Guardian Angel from the Rubik, that was just like, that sealed the deal for the PA. Wage also has an Aeon Disc. We didn't mention that, but in that fight that was like kind of the Aeon Disc reveal.
Wage does. Oh wait, sorry. I thought Wage was the life stealer. I'm so used to him playing carry from lads. Yeah. So yeah, they. To be fair, they did start the fight on the Wyvern. So the Aeon Disc probably just procced from AoE damage anyways. Because I think they roared and lassoed the Wyvern. They said, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
The issue is that if they're doing
Oh,
that...
down bottom near the Holy Knight has been cut in twine by the Culling Blade.
The bigger item that we actually didn't talk about was the second item, Nullifier, picked up from Matsuri. So that is like the Omni Knight counter. You Nullifier his... He can't GA protect somebody that's Nullified.
Yep.
So that's part of their solution to dealing with this hero. And all of a sudden, 5k gold lead. Looking pretty good for Hellraisins now.
Oh, the call connects onto Rice Boy. The flame break will be there. They'll have the lift. Now they're going in from Garda here. Rice Boy gets the Firefly away, and Garda he just pays with his life for it.
Yeah, they need to get out of here though. The problem is that this Lifestealer can just run in, and he has 2 saves sitting behind him. It's so hard for Stormforce 5 to like get into fights with how farm this Lifestealer is. He can just kind of solo frontline at this point.
Yeah. And like even if you go on this Lifestealer, then there's the counter initiation from Captain Coco. And now Dire, that's just gonna go into the Roshan pit. Don't really think that Rating can defend this. This
like
Roshan is
try.
dead. It is down to 500 health. They are gonna be too late to jump in from Rice Boy. Cannot catch the Aegis. Near, however, has been caught. They're gonna catch the Winter Wyvern. That's gonna be a dieback. Missouri is gonna be roared, but has the Heavenly Grace from Ice Shadow.
Also has the Aegis.
Yeah, that's another thing.
All right, well, they killed the Wyvern. That's something.
That is a
Yeah,
dieback.
this 5-man ball that Hellraisins has right now it feels impenetrable. Especially with, how single target reliant Stormforce 5 is with the Roar and the Lasso. Like, they have to get to the backline somehow, but there's a double save, so there's like the Pugna and the Wyvern can kind of save each other.
Yeah.
So they maybe they have to go on them at the same time, which is even harder to do.
And then it's also like there's Ice Shadow who can have Heavenly Grace from the Omni Knight, or there's Captain Coco with the counter initiation with the Blink Call. There's like the team fight feels really, really difficult for Storm, or like not even the team fight, just the pick off feels really difficult.
This Heavenly Grace steal is so game changing because it purges both Roar and Lasso.
Oh yeah.
It's it actually, even if they were to theoretically find this perfect fight, there's still this just Heavenly Grace that can counteract everything that could go well. Near Ward's on top of the sentry.
There's gonna be the blink in from Captain Coco, and they have the Nullifier. Yeah, the Holy Knight has fallen once again.
He
Where's your god
re-steals the
now?
Heavenly Grace. Bottom lane,
Oh, they find double kill?
they found him with the curse. Did they?
Yeah.
Didn't even cancel his TP, just caught him on the wave, it looked like. So that is a huge kill.
And the thing is, like, not even like a BKB is gonna protect him from that. Like, curse goes through BKB. What's like everything is coming up Hellraisins right now. What does Stormforce 5 need to do?
They need to split push their ass off right now. They've got 2 heroes that can, cut waves pretty efficiently. They've got the Beastmaster and the Batrider that can do it, but it feels a little bit too late. Reaper's, pushing this mid tier 1, but his tier 3 is under assault.
Yeah, that's a tier 1. Like, I was looking at the map and like there's still 2 tier 1s up for the Dire side. Captain Coco just jumps in, doesn't even go for the call here.
They
just establish dominance.
They just can't touch this Heavenly Grace Lifestealer. They just have They just have a better Omni Knight at this point in the game.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do against Masuri right now? There's
Nier
gonna
just
be,
ran-
they're just
okay.
gonna find the Omni Knight. Nier is gonna fall. Garda is gonna fall as well. Nier has a buyback. Now the Lasso is gonna be committed onto the Rubik here. HK doesn't have the curse. The Roar will be onto the Winter Wyvern here, but the damage is just not there. Double King has to jump out once again. Guardian Angel now coming out. The curse has been committed onto Reaper. The buyback from the Omni Knight. Ice Shadow is gonna be saved by Humble Korean and Double King. He jumped in for this and it's just gonna get gone on and get blown up. Now the call coming on to Omni Knight. Omni Knight bought back. Omni Knight is gonna die back. They cannot go for more except tier 4s because they're tier 2s in both other lanes. Which Masuri will learn right now.
Maybe a small moral victory or something. They
Yeah.
still have Aegis for another minute on this lifestealer, as he just I mean you saw the double saves, right? They get to one, there's the Wyvern, and this Pugna, he's just untouched in these engagements, just chucking spells into 0 BKB, 0 magic resistance. He does his hero does so much damage. And he's very low committal, right? He just kind of chucking spells in the back. They just poke, they poke, they poke. And then when they find their their go, when Axe finds his go, they hard commit.
Yeah. And like the questions kind of is like even like with or without Aegis, I feel like Matsuri was not in that big threat of dying. Like what stops Hellraisins from doing this all over again?
Great question. I'm not sure. The best answer I can give you is that they hard shove into lanes and they force reactions. But at this point in the game, if you're Hellraisins, you don't care if the enemy split pushes because you're. What was that? Oh my god! Sorry, my mom is imitating barking noises. I was very scared. But yeah, they just walk down towers and they say, if you want to trade, go ahead and try, but we're so much stronger than you that we're gonna force you back.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
There is a DD that Radiant has spotted, but they can't really have PA go for it right now. Nobody's actually gonna go for it. There's gonna be a snowball in from Garda. He's just gonna blink out the way. Okay.
He's going for the DD. He's gonna have a BKB done on Phantom Assassin here.
Okay. Can that turn the tide?
We will see. They need to find a perfect jump. There's no Aegis anymore, and
Yeah,
there's no divine. There's no Heavenly Grace Stolen.
Yes, they're gonna go get the uppercut onto Missouri. The Roar gonna be committed on the Pugna, but there's an A on it. They're gonna go straight for the Rubik, and Rubik is dead. They have lost a Beastmaster in return. Now the Guardian Angel is gonna come out here for Stormforce 5.
Oh my god, the creep is GA. They can't kill it.
Now they are gonna go for Captain Kokiri. Garda is gonna fall now. Missouri looking to go on to Double King, and Missouri is just completely untouched.
Oh my god, that was there was no way they expected that interaction. They went back to go. The Lifestealer was actually isolated without rage, with the DDPA hitting him, but he infested a Guardian Angel creep.
Oh.
And they couldn't kill the creep because it was Guardian Angeled. And so he got a reset, which killed the rest of the PA's BKB. And he's able to get out as a result of that. That was pretty insane, actually.
It was a 2-for-2 trade, but they've lost another set of racks.
Yeah, who did they lose to? Like, they lost their Axe and they lost their Rubik.
Yes.
They didn't lose either of their two big cores, I'd say. They didn't lose their Pugna or their Lifestealer. And Axe, if at this point, if you're playing Axe, you kind of just expect to blink in and die sometimes. Like, he just kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah.
You start
it comes
the fight
with
for
the
your
job.
You start the fight for your team. That's all that matters.
And now it becomes a very easy game for Hellraisins. They just need to walk down mid.
Yeah, they might wait Aegis to go down mid here though, because now It's really easy for it's harder to just force down the mid lane. It's easy to push in side lanes and pressure them like they were. It's kind of a different ball game when you try to brute force mid lane though. DK double kings. He's almost got his basher. I mean,
they're
he's
gonna go for a
oh,
smoke.
he's very they know he's up here. Get out of
Uh-oh.
there, DK.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Oh.
Now the TP. Oh, actually, they're going into the triangle.
Oh, Reaper. Rip.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, gets the blink away.
wow, he
And
got
he's-
out. They have vision there. And HK is gonna deep word it.
The Reaper
Alright.
says not even close.
All right, well, he is gonna have a basher on PA very soon. He's very farmed.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a hero I wouldn't count out of this game, it would be Phantom Assassin. But it's looking really hard.
Yeah, but I feel like also like despite like 2 sets of racks, a 12,000 net worth lead is not a big of a lead as I would expect.
Oh, it's like max Aegis respawn too. It was
Oh.
like two minutes and 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
That's
That's
so
really
much
good for
time.
Radiant.
Yeah, that's really nice for Radiant. Although DK,
Gonna get caught. Humble Korean has the Arctic Burn. There's gonna be the TP. It's gonna be cancelled by the Winter's Curse.
oh, he's dead.
It's gonna be the He uses his BKB. Now it's gonna get called. And Eyeshadow actually nearly dying to the cleave there. But
The second the BKB is done, though,
yeah, he just gets controlled.
he didn't buy out on Double King. If he had actually gotten out that TP out, that would have been so nice for them because they're putting a lot of pressure on this bottom side lane on top of it.
Oh, near. There's gonna be a Guardian Angel, but the Culling Blade is gonna go through the Godly Intervention.
He had just spotted gem, I think.
Oh no. I feel
Get the
so
gem back.
Oh, the courier is on its way. Missouri! Missouri! Oh, he found it.
That's so
oh,
sad.
He's so sad.
Alright. Well, they're gonna get bottom. 20 seconds on Omni Knight, 30 seconds on PA. Has buyback available.
I'm like Dire are pushing very quickly with the Pugna, with this Lifestealer. They might, like it might either be Megas or a buyback from the PA. There's
they're
gonna be the Glyph.
I'm gonna pop the glyph, but this AC and Crimson Guard is so much physical mitigation. They can just stand here. They just put everything onto the Lifestealer. They say, go
Yeah.
get him, Tiger.
There's no repair kit either for the Radiant. But they keep their
And-
racks alive.
A lot of respect shown to Stormforce 5. The second the PA respawns, they back up. Roach is up, so they're gonna look to do that now.
Rubik actually has an Agnum Scepter, and with that, these Wild Axe is stolen, so 0 cooldown on that spell.
Interesting. But they did scan. They smoke out on Radiant. They know that
Yeah.
they can't give them this Aegis.
There's gonna be the counter smoke from the Dire. They're gonna find Garda here. There's gonna be the roar onto the Lincoln Sphere. They've already lost the Omni Knight. Omni Knight has a buyback. They've taken out the Rubik. Beastmaster is gonna fall, and so is Tusk. That's 3 heroes down for the Radiant. And now Wage, he's looking for more here. Rice Boy has the spider legs. Oh, Captain Coco finds the Battle Hunger onto the Bat Rider. There's gonna be triple buybacks from the Radiant. They wanna fight this.
If they lose Aegis, if they give this Lifestealer Aegis, they just lose the game. So they have to try.
And
They're
right,
chasing Rice Boy around.
Yeah.
There's also no Aeon Disc up on the Pugna.
Double King is in the area.
Oh,
They
he's
will
dead.
take down Rice Boy.
But he
Oh,
actually just. Oh, the Blade Mail.
Blade Mail. That's
I
buyback.
was like, how is he dead? All right. So 5. Rubik doesn't have buybacks. This is actually a slightly advantageous position.
Yeah, it's a
for
5 versus 4. Garda just jumps in here onto the Winter Wyvern. Now the Lincoln Sphere is gonna get proc. Wage getting gone on Bayou. Double King finds the bash. Has to jump away from Missouri. They will lose the Tusk. That's gonna be a dieback near. is gonna be heavily grazed up. Wage has a Decrepify, and with that will survive for a little while longer now. Rice Boy getting gone on, but they take out this puck now. Missouri now, he's gonna get bashed up. Ice Shadow is back into the fray. He got Guardian Angel, and with that, Double King has to stop his killing for a little bit. And now the GA is gonna run out here. Double King gonna jump in here, but gets called by Captain Coco and is gonna fall curse onto the Bat Rider. And without Double King, who's here to do the damage? Rice Boy is gonna die as well. That's 3 heroes without buyback. Oh, Double King so close. Yeah.
Valiant attempt from the Radiant there. They had to try something there. There's the GG. They had to force something. If Lifestealer got Aegis, they wouldn't be able to stop him from walking up their high ground. So, solid attempt, but they were just too far behind in the end.
And Hellraisins, they take this game number 1 versus Stormforce 5.
Yeah, felt like Hellraisins had a pretty solid understanding of how to counter this Omni PA strat, as they pick a bunch of physical damage resistance heroes, makes it hard. They make it